Hey, welcome back. Today's episode is about time and how to make the most out of your time. Now, we all get into the state of being stressed. We get that feeling of being unfulfilled, or we just get the feeling of unhappiness. We all have been there and we probably will get there again. But there are some people who don't seem to have that. They're always happy, whatever they do. They express their fulfillment in whatever they do all the time, and they're in total balance. It seems like there's no stress whatsoever. Now, how is that possible? I mean, at the end of the day, we all have 24 hours per day, right? We all have the same time. So it's not really about how much time you have. It's more about what are you doing with that time. I mean, you can be busy for 24 hours, 7 days straight. The question is, doing what? What are you busy doing? Like, what are you actually doing? This world that we live in is changing so quickly, so rapidly, and so fast that if we don't invest time into growing ourselves, into pursuing our goals, if we don't at least a bit focus on the things that we want out of life, then we're not only staying where we are, we're actually falling behind because this world around us is growing so fast and so big. Now, what comes then, most likely, is the feeling of regret. And we tend to regret things that we didn't do more than things, for example, that we failed at. If we fail at something, we can at least get a lesson or learn something from it. We can actually process the whole thing and don't do it or do it different next time. But if we do not do anything, and that can be a good thing, but if we do not do anything, we cannot learn from it. And the biggest lesson we maybe get is tears or just a feeling of regret. Now, when we regret things, we really get into that sad kind of emotion. And this can really put us down. It can really take us away from our goals and from the things that we do want for life. Les Brown, a well-known speaker, said, "Go after the goals that you have in your life as if your life depends on it." Why? Because it does. And he's so right. Your life depends on how much time you spend on your goals. The time then is so important that everybody has 24 hours per day, but it is important what you do with the 24 hours that you have. So, how you spend your time. Some people have realized that, and some people have realized that time is the most valuable good that we have. I mean, people would actually kill to have more time. People would pay a fortune just to have a little more time to fulfill their legacy or whatever their goal in life was. To spend more time with the grandchildren or whatever. People would give anything. And those people who realize that and who really act upon time is valuable and the most valuable thing that we have, those are called lucky or high achievers or super successful, super loving, the greatest people on earth, right? But again, they also only have 24 hours like everybody else does. They just do something different. I prepared 3 things that help me to make the most out of my time, and I want to share them with you, and maybe you're gonna benefit from those as I did. The first thing is to plan ahead. You don't have to go too crazy about it. You don't have to be too stiff or too strict or too narrow-minded with your plan, but plan ahead of time. It helps you to stay on track. It helps you to focus on the life that you want to live, and it helps you to live that feeling that you want to embrace. It really helps you to stay on track. So plan ahead of time. Number 2, as the second step to make the most out of your time, set a goal, make a decision, and stick to it. If you made a decision to learn for an exam, then stay home and learn for exam. If you go to the beach instead and you fail the exam, maybe because of that, then you're gonna hate yourself. You're gonna regret it so much eventually that you went to the beach instead of learning. Now, on the other hand, if you plan to go to the beach, go to the beach and enjoy the time there. If you have to do anything before you can go to the beach, do it before. Take care of every necessary steps so that you can have a good time on the beach and you don't have to worry or do all the research or whatever. Just do everything that's necessary, make a decision, stick to that decision, and you will not come into that pattern of regret. The last part is to rest. And I mean rest to fully recover your energy. Rest should not be an objective to be lazy or do nothing again. Rest should be a necessity to recover your energy. There is that tripod of nutrition, action, and relaxation. If you have those three in balance, you have an awesome life. Now, if you rest more than you do, like that you take action, or if you rest more than you have input, meaning education or nutrition, if you rest more than that, then your life is out of balance and you will feel regret again. You don't need 3 weeks of holiday for 3 weeks of work. No, you need 3 weeks or 4 weeks of holiday for a whole year of work. So 1 month of holiday for a whole year of work. Something like that. In the Bible it said work 6, rest 1, work 6, rest 1. I mean, whatever you put on that ratio, however you find a deal that works for you, don't rest too much. So here are the 3 steps again. Plan ahead of time, make a decision and stick to it, and rest, but not too long. Let's change the world to what we want it to be. Let's make the most of our time that we have on this planet, and let's get some growing going.